just like the pros. Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
There is no crisis in the economy. Manufacturing is booming, and those jobs are going to come online real fast, stimulus or not. If you saw today's ISM report, Institute of Supply Managers for Manufacturing, it was unbelievably boom. Okay, boom.
Everything's a boom, boom. Really. It's amazing. Yesterday I told you how Jamie Dimon went on 60 Minutes, embellished. He lied. He said consumer balance sheets were strong, stronger than ever. What are you, nuts? Remember, 22 million people lost their job. 10 million still don't have their job. And by the way, the people who got their jobs back, many of them couldn't go back to their original job. And they're working part-time, and they're getting low pay because they're mostly service jobs. Now let's talk about the balance sheet, housing. Housing has very rarely covered. It hasn't covered that much since the crash. But I wanted to, before I talk about that, here's what people don't understand, because the fake Business News Network doesn't want you to understand it. But this kind of things I explain to my members all the time, so that we're always in the right position on our stocks, whether we're going long or shorting the stock, making money as it goes down. But I want you to understand something. These guys that you hear every day, okay, on these TV programs, these financial shows, they embellish all day long. They never tell you the truth because they need you to go to consume. I keep telling you that. They have to pay for their airtime. They need advertisers. They got to make you get up and feel good. And boy, can Kudlow make you feel good. Think about it.
There is no crisis in the economy.
No crisis. Well, if that's the case, then why is it that we're doing another stimulus, another $2 trillion stimulus? Why is it that we have a total of a $7 trillion stimulus? Why are we printing $7 trillion and plugging it back into this economy? Why is it that we're not raising interest rates? You always raise interest rates, the short-term rate, when things are doing well. Instead, they've been printing money 24/7 to keep those interest rates down by buying treasuries. Isn't that amazing? The lying. That's incredible. But let's talk about the crash of 2008, the dot-com crash, the housing crash, and putting it on a chart, my chart. Where do we stand now? Well, you'll see this chart on Friday night. Remember, every Friday on my YouTube channel, I explain, I go over, I review the week that we just finished. And I identify during that week the clues that we find. They're identifying that we're getting closer to the crash. And I've done this now. This would be our ninth Friday. So, and people like it because each week, as I say, I do a review, keep them up to date, and it's on my YouTube channel. It's free, you don't have to pay for it. I'm going to put up a chart, and I'm going to show you Friday how all these people on these news shows, the financial shows, they're all full of it. First of all, if you go and take a look at the rally that we had that started the dot-com in 1997. And then you saw the rally from 01 to 02. The very end of that rally is where you get these big peaks. You get these big moves. And right at that peak is where you start getting all the embellishment. It's amazing. It's amazing. You go from the very beginning, you'll see a red line. And it shows exactly where the danger started with the dot-com. That you had to start thinking about as it was going up, when are you going to get out? Let me say that again. 85% of people lose money in the market because they don't know when to get out. They don't know when to get out of the market. Now, this chart will show that when you cross this red line you see on the chart, it's telling you that the sell signal has started. The sell signal has started. And as you get towards the peak, the embellishment gets even worse. The cheerleaders get even crazier. They get into the stage that's just nuts. And then you can see clearly where it crashed. So if you were with us at that time, you would have been shorting, making money on the way down. Now go take a look. I'm going to show you on the same chart when the housing crash started. Housing crash started. We saw it start on the chart around 2003, 2004. 2005, then 2007, and the same thing happened right where that red line is. The minute it hit that red line, we started to see the market crash. So it's amazing. Exactly. Each time they hit that red line, the market crashed. It was telling you, it was giving you a warning. It was extreme bullishness, craziness, this crazy stuff where they're telling you how great the economy is. Like I just played for you at Kudlow. Now, where are we now with 2021? You got to take a look at it. We're just at that same red line that identifies extreme bullishness, which is bearish. When you get people talking like this all day long, that there's no economic crisis, everything's wonderful, everything's great, that's when it starts crashing. So it'll show up on the red line where the dot-com crash started, or where the extreme bullishness started and heading towards the crash, and that housing where the extreme bullishness started and headed for the crash. And now we're right where that red line is, where the extreme bullishness started, and we in the markets is very, very bearish, very bearish. So you'll see that this Friday. I post it every Friday around 6 o'clock on my YouTube channel. Check it out; it's free. Okay, so people just don't understand the market, and they listen to this stuff all day long, and people believe Kudlow and the rest of them. That's just a shame. Anyways, let's move on. So we also have, you can see a chart I'll put up that will tell you right after the crash, there's disbelief. As it starts moving up, there was hope. This is when we came out of the this going into the housing crash. And then you get to that same point where you start crossing that red line, where you start with the optimism. Then you switch from optimism to belief. To belief. People really start believing everything they hear from these news programs. Then on a chart you'll see where the thrill, and that's where we are now, the thrill. People go nuts. People start coming to the stock market. They've never been in the market. They're just saying, give me anything. Let me just buy anything. Let me buy anything. And we're at that point right now, the thrill. And then we'll soon enter the euphoria, where people are just, I'm going to be a millionaire. The stock market will never come down again. And wait till you see this chart. It's amazing. And then the market always pulls back, like the crash begins, and everybody believes it, and then it stops. And then you're told the crash is over. Then everybody jumps back in, but the crash isn't over. This happens with every crash. It's called a lower high. And it shows where you go right into that second rally, into complacency, and then they take you out. They pull the bids out, and they just kill you. Both these charts I'll put up on my YouTube channel this Friday.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com,
We recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. Yes, and remember, every Friday at 6 o'clock, I will post on my YouTube channel. This will be my 9th posting, 9th week, where I review the week. This is all free. I review the week, and then I identify for you during the week those clues that are telling us we're heading towards a crash. One of the charts I'm going to show you is really important because it shows you, it's so exact, that when it crossed this red line, the .com, during the .com, when it crossed that red line, it was telling you that this is where all the embellishment starts.
This is where all the cheerleading starts, and that's where the market starts falling apart and all this bullishness. It shows the same thing, hit exactly at the same point when we had the housing crash. We had that big rally, crossed that red line. It's so exact, it's scary. And I'm going to show you where that red line is now as it relates to the stock market now. And everything we're hearing, all this embellishment, is exactly what happened. Now listen to this. Listen to this. This is amazing. So we're hearing now this from Jamie Dimon.
The stock market is going through the roof, and yet manufacturing production is down over the past year. Wage growth is slowing. So when you look at the state of the economy right now, what do you see? Do you see strength? Do you see petering out?
The consumer, which is 70% of the U.S. economy, is quite strong.
Quite strong. Now listen to this. If they're so strong, the consumer, why is it that we're doing $7 trillion in stimulus? Now, all these businesses, 100,000 small businesses, are gone. They're gone forever. That's like 10 million people. Jobs. If you figure out, 5 people per job per business, something like that, or 5 million people, they're gone forever. These people aren't going to get their jobs back. I mean, this is just crazy. But listen to this now.
There's now discussion about the idea of another Operation Twist.
Yeah. So here they are. We lost 100,000 businesses, closed up. Figure 5 people per business as average. That's quite a few jobs. And then now, so obviously they're doing another stimulus. Why are they doing that stimulus? And why are they letting the long rate go up, but the short-term rate they should be pushing up, but they're not? They came out last week and said, we're not going to push up the short-term rate. Well, wait a minute. If the economy's doing good, you want to push up the short-term rate. When the economy's good, that proves it's good. And that's good for our lenders. And we borrow money from China, we borrow money from the Saudis, and we want to make sure that they see we're doing well so they don't charge us outrageous interest rates that will push us over into the crash. It's unbelievable. So why is it, if everything's doing so good, we're going to now do another twist? Now remember what happened in 2008. The first QE in November 2008, we printed $1 trillion, and we went and bought treasuries to keep interest rates down to zero so we could give that money to the CEOs so they could buy their own shares back to push the stock prices up after the crash. Market went up 80%. And then we did second QE in November 2010. Market, again, they went and printed $650 billion. The Federal Reserve went in and bought treasuries, $650 billion worth, to keep interest rates down to zero, to give that money to CEOs so they could buy their own shares, to push the stock market up. And the market ran up 33% of $650 billion. Now the twist. Now they had to come, because each one of these, the market started to collapse. So right after they did the first trillion in 2008, the market started to collapse in November 2010. They had to rush in and do another one. And then they had to do another one in September of 2011. Market started to collapse again. They came in with $400 billion, called the twist. And then they finally did one in 2012. They came in with another twist. So my question is, they're talking about doing another twist. Oh, they're doing that just to have fun? No, they're doing the twist for the same reason they did it in 2011. The market's starting to collapse. They don't go do the twist, which is a stupid name. It's just, why don't they just call it QE1, QE2, the twist, call it QE3 instead of the twist. And then QE3 should have been QE4. But they got to get Q. Because when they got to Operation Twist, they didn't want you to think, oh, wait a minute, they did QE1, QE2, wow, this is QE3, we must be in trouble. By turning the name to Operation Twist, they confuse people and think, oh, everything's okay because it's the twist. It's the twist. Isn't that stupid? So the question is, why are they doing this? Because things are good? I mean, can you imagine? We're in a boom?
The story of the last few weeks has really been part of the larger picture that we're going to get a boom in the real economy.
So if you get a boom in the real economy, then why are you doing the twist? It's amazing. It just drives you nuts. The other thing, as we're going into this crash, and you got to go see the chart I'm going to put up for you on Friday. As we're going in, you've got to remember to start staying in what we call power stocks. Today, Hovnanian. Well, yesterday, Groupon was one of our power stocks. It went up about 60% in 2 days. Hovnanian today went up about around 33%. These are called power stocks. These are stocks, the strongest stocks. These are the stocks that you want to be in. These are the ones you want to be in. These are the stocks where all the big institutions are. And Groupon, we were in that one. And then, Caterpillar is a power stock. Micron Technology is a power stock. A&F is a power stock. And if you join the gang, I'll show you which ones we'll be in. We follow these each day. Those are the stocks you want to be in. You want to be in power stocks like Goldman Sachs. You don't want to be in any other stock except power stocks. What are power stocks? Power stocks are stocks that are making new yearly highs. That's where all the big insurance companies, the biggest banks, the biggest hedge funds are putting their money. That's where they put all their money, right there. Those are called power stocks. You shouldn't be buying anything else except the power stocks. You got to be out of your mind to be buying dips right now. You don't buy dips. You buy the power stocks or you're going to get killed, especially when you see where these charts are.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com,
We recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Hope you listen to me on my YouTube channel. And remember, Friday, this coming Friday, this will be my 9th segment. And as we get closer and closer to the crash, it explains to you why we're getting there, what the signals are. Crashes don't happen overnight. They can take as long as a year. That's right. When the 1987 crash started in October, everybody said, oh, they went to lunch, they came back and the crash happened. No, we started short the stocks in January of 1987. January, didn't crash to October. It takes time. But what you have to do is identify the signals. But what they do, these business news talk shows on TV, what they do is they cover it all up. Here, watch this here. Listen to this. This is unbelievable.
When interest rates rise from low levels, it's a sign that the economy is getting stronger.
Okay, he's telling the truth. So then why is it they're keeping the short-term rate? That's the short-term rate. That's the important one, the short-term rate. You pay, that affects you with everything you do. You go and you want to add on to your kitchen, you go borrow a loan from the bank, you go borrow money from the bank to do a new kitchen. That's the rate that you contend with. The 10-year Treasury yield, that's the long rate. That takes care of the 30-year fixed rate mortgage. That's the 30-year fixed rate mortgage. But the short term takes care of everything else, your credit cards and everything else. So they're keeping them at zero. So what he's saying is, and he's right, the stronger your interest rates are, the stronger your economy. But Powell the other day said, I can't raise them. I'm going to keep them at zero. Why do you think you can't raise them? Because we don't have a middle class. Remember, your middle class creates the jobs. The middle class is the backbone of the economy. The startup businesses that they start, okay, that's the foundation of our economy. So our middle class has shrunk. We're not doing any more startup businesses. They're taking this money, these trillions of dollars, and they're using it for stimulus. It's going to the wrong places, taking money and giving it for the Silicon Valley to build an underground rail. Why shouldn't we take that $100 billion and let's take that money and open new businesses. This country grows on new businesses, nothing else. This country does not grow. Our economy doesn't grow on anything but start-up businesses, entrepreneurs. That's how this whole country started. That's how this whole country works. And if you want to have a nice, healthy living, you got to have start-up businesses, which are the middle class. Why the middle class? Because the middle class, they get the good paying jobs in construction, manufacturing, drilling, oil. And then they have enough disposable income after they pay their taxes to go start up a business, where the low income guy doesn't. In fact, what's really funny, when I get so sick of hearing Larry Kudlow saying how, well, he went in and we gave wage increases. Well, guess who they gave the wage increases to? They gave wage increases to the people who have near poverty wages. Now, it's okay. I'm okay with that. Help them out. But that doesn't help the economy. Helps them, okay? But doesn't help them much. You want to lift them out. You want to lift them up by getting them a job. When an entrepreneur starts a new business, you want to lift these people up by offering them a job that an entrepreneur just started a new business, and those jobs aren't $15 jobs. Those are $35, $40, $50 an hour jobs. But those jobs are all gone. Right now, it's the run to the top. And here's what you do. This could expand. They could keep expanding this rally. They could do it for another 3 months, 4 months. I don't know. But you want to be making money as they expand this rally. It's like shooting fish in a barrel because they won't let the market come down. This morning, at 4 o'clock in the morning, when I get up and I start looking at my stocks because of the European market, we had, it looked like the market was going to open down 235 points. 2 hours later, it was positive 35 points. Well, how did it do that? Because they go out and the plunger team goes out and buy futures, buy the S&P futures. By buying the S&P futures, they put a base underneath. So any of the big institutions are going to sell their stocks. They don't. They say, I'm not going to sell my stocks. There's a base there. And that's how they keep the market up. So everything they're doing is to keep this market up. But they got to keep interest rates down. So it's a contradiction. By keeping those short-term rates down, it means the economy, underneath all this rally we're having, there's no economy. And guess where all this money is going from the stock market? It's not going to Main Street. It's not building the economy. It's not going to Main Street. All this money, the increase we had, I think it was like, I'll give you the number here. I think the increase we had in the last year was something like, I think it was up $13 trillion. The stocks went up about 36%. Yeah, we went from 9 trillion to 13 trillion. Who got the difference between 9 trillion and 13 trillion? Who made that money? Nobody on Main Street made the money. Because remember, let's talk about first of all, let's think about the 401k people. You take our workforce, about 160 million people. 50% of the 160 million people in our workforce do not have a 401k. The 50% do. The 50% do have the 401k. Less than 28.9% are participating because they have no money. Now, that's down from 41.3% in 2013. We dropped from participation 41% in 2013. Here we are, 2021. We're down at 28.9. The money's not going anywhere except to the top 1 percentile, or let's say the top 10 percentile. So the top 10% is going to make a fortune between now and the crash. So join my gang, and just follow us. And use our color-coded chart. Just stay with our 5 stocks. If all you did was stay with our 5 stocks between now and the crash, not only will you make money on the way up, but you'll be out of those stocks before the crash occurs. Because every day we tell you exactly what to do. We do a video on every one of our 5 stocks. And we also have another group called the Working Investor Group, where they're ETFs. How can you not? Here's an example, like Intel.
Intel, we're still in it, but we need it to break out. So just stick with it.
So what he does, that's what he does. And every one of our stocks, whether it's my 5 stocks, we've been in for almost 4 years now, or it's the Working Investors Group, you pick what group you want, and he tells you every day at 2 o'clock. That's Steve. He's head of our education department. And Steve will do a video to tell you exactly what to do. You just pick one stock. Because we know a lot of you are busy. A lot of you can't come and learn. A lot of you who aren't busy, you don't want to learn. We get that. So the Working Investor Group, you just, you mean to tell me you can't just listen for about a minute to tell you what to do with your stock? So the stocks we want right now, go ahead. Stop listening to these people. Stop listening to Kramer and the rest of it and Kudlow. These are the same people who told you the market wasn't going to crash during the dot-coms. These are the same people who told you the market wasn't crashing when it did during the housing con. They were wrong with the dot-com, wrong with the housing con, and then they all come on after they crash. They bring them on as experts to tell you why it crashed. You don't want to know why it crashed. You want to know, hey, first of all, I'm in these stocks while they're rallying. Like right now, this is a perfect time to be in the market because they're financially engineering the market to go up. They're financially engineering. Why do they do that? They do that because you take the biggest banks, commercial bank, take Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Okay, just to give you a few. They take care of the pension funds. They take care of the police pension fund, the nurse pension fund. They take care of the steelworker pension fund. They got to get these people out. You just can't pull them out. That's why markets don't crash in 10 minutes or one day, because they got to get them out. And they can't get them out in one day. They have to drive the market up artificially to get them all out. These are their clients. So they artificially push the market up to get them all out. Once they're all out, they pull their bid out. And then the market crashes. And we know exactly when that is. If you don't believe me, check my chart. Just free for 10 days. Heaven's sakes.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Then go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil.
Your point has always been, if you get a significant dip in big tech, you buy that dip.
That's the worst thing you can do, is buy a dip. What dip? There's a lot of dips. Varney is a dip. I'm not going to use the second word. I'll get thrown off the air. He wouldn't know a dip if he tripped over it. I mean, unbelievable. Buy the dip. One of the most dangerous things you can do. Why would you buy the dip when you can buy the breakout when it's an all-time new high? Think about it. When a stock is an all-time new high, we call power stocks, that's where all the institutional money is going. They're not there buying the dip. They want you to buy the dip. You know why they want you to buy the dip? So they can get their clients out. They can get the union, the steelworkers union out. So Goldman Sachs can get the steel workers union out. Wells Fargo can get out their client, the nurse union out. Morgan Stanley can get or Bank of America can get their client, the fire and police unions out. The reason they want you to go in and buy the dip, the retail customer, is to push it up so they can get out. Don't buy the dip. When you have a stock market like this, where it's going up, but everything you see, all the evidence, it's going up because it's going to crash. Markets go up and crash. I've never seen a market go down then crash. Have you ever seen a market go down then crash? That's silly. I've never seen one market go down then crash. Markets go up. The test is always at the top. And when they reach a certain point, and I'll show you, I'll prove you, you go to my YouTube channel on Friday. I'll post it by 6 o'clock Friday evening. And I'll put the chart up, and I'll prove to you that the .com, where that finally crashed, crossing the wet red line, and that the housing crash, when that started, it crossed exactly where that red line is, and we're right 1 point. We're about 1 point away from that line now with this market. Now, again, remember, they're going to do everything they possibly can to keep moving this market higher. And what do they need? They need the stimulus. They're going to come out now talking about the stimulus, another stimulus. They're going to talk about the infrastructure stimulus to move the market up again. Because they're making a fortune. They're making a fortune. The 1% of our population who own everything are making a fortune. So why are you listening to these people who are telling you to buy a dip? They're not buying dips. They're buying the breakouts. They're going to buy KRE. That's the ETF for the small and mid-cap banks. They've been the best performers through all of this. When it makes a new high, that's what they're buying because it's a power stock. They're going to go buy ANF. When it makes a new all-time high, they're going to buy it. When they're going to buy Micron Technology, when it makes a new all-time high, that's what they look for. They're going to buy Caterpillar when it makes an all-time new high. That's what you buy, and that's what we show our clients every day.
and we hold their hand, and we tell them exactly what to do, when to get in, when to buy, when to add, when to take money off, when to run like hell, and when to short the stock. You got to stop listening to these programs. These people are trying to do one thing, get you to buy so they can make money. They don't care about you. Now, they're talking about how great things are, right? Well, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? There's no business investment. There's no business investment. How can things be great? Remember what they did. Remember what Kudlow did and Mnuchin did. They promised that they were going to do a tax cut, but they're only going to do a big tax cut for the big corporations because they were going to take all that tax savings and they're going to plow it back into the business as business investment so that they could buy new machinery, new equipment, so they could increase productivity for their worker, so their worker can get a wage increase and their standard of living goes up. It was a lie. They never did that. They never did that. Are you kidding me? They lied to us. They didn't do that. And the other thing, too, they're telling you, listen to this here about the GDP. Listen to this.
From a GDP perspective, we're probably going to be looking at one of the strongest GDP growth.
No, you're not. How can you? It's impossible. Here's what they do. Remember when they embellished, they said, remember the third quarter, 2020, remember the third quarter, we dropped by 31%. It was the second quarter. We dropped by 31%. Remember the February, the market crashed. We dropped 31%. And then it went up 33% the third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, it settled that the GDP was only at 4%. Well, when they have big moves, it's because they're coming from such a low area. When that GDP dropped, okay, the 31%, and then it shot up 33%, it's only because it's coming from an exaggerated low. It's not because it's a strong economy. It has nothing to do with being a strong economy. But they pretend it is. And you're going to be in the wrong stocks. The only one thing I can tell you, I've been on this earth now for 75 years. Just had my birthday. And I've been in this business for 51 years. Go ahead and buy dips if you want to lose money. If you want to make money, you lay back in the weeds. And when these beautiful stocks, they're making all-time new highs. Why do you think they're making all-time new highs? Because the big institutions, the biggest insurance companies, the biggest hedge funds on Wall Street, the biggest banks, they're buying those stocks because they know you buy the stocks that are making the new highs because that's where all the money goes. They want to be following. They're like cattle. They're like a herd. They follow each other. They want stocks that are making new highs. They're not going to buy some stock that went up to 20 and it came back down to 10 and buy in a dip. You know why that doesn't work? Because if you buy a stock, if a stock goes at 20 and it goes up to 40 and it comes back to 25, they want you to buy in a dip. What are you, nuts? Now think about it. Stock went from 20 to 40. But when it comes back to 25, all those people between 40 and 20, they didn't get out. There's still people in there. And they're saying, well, I'm going to hold on. And if I get half my money back, I'm out. So now you buy it to dip at 25. You got to break out through each one of those people who didn't get out. And they're selling you their stock. And it's holding you back. Why do you want to go from 25 to go through the same real estate twice? Again, common sense tells you your stock goes from 20 to 40, goes from 40 back to 25. Why the hell do you want to fight your way back from 25 up to 40 where you have millions of sellers up there that you got to go through? You need huge volume. You need huge buyers. Why don't you go to the stock that went from 20 to 40, pulled back to 39, and now it's at 40. Now when she breaks out to 41, that's the one you buy. It's an all-time new high. That's how you make money on the way up going into crashes. And the crash will never stun you. You know exactly when the crash is going to happen. I'm not talking the exact day and hour, but you're going to be so close to it that you're going to know, hey, we better stop pulling back. We better start getting rid of these stocks. We better take our profit. Because as you go along, and if you just go to my YouTube channel, it's free. I did 8 series so far. I'm going to do the 9th one this Friday. Each week, I tell you exactly, I point out to you why we're getting closer to a crash. And this one I'm going to do this Friday is going to be the best one because it's going to show the exact charts that the same reason that the market crashed and the .com is the same reason the market crashed and the housing con is the same signals we're getting in this and the QE con. Look, When you don't have, they're trying to create the biggest illusion ever right now that everything's fantastic. Just use your head. If it's fantastic, if everything's going to be great, like Kudlow says. Remember, Kudlow was the one that said everything was fantastic, and he didn't believe that the housing market was crashing. Remember that? Because it's not crashing. I don't see one house going down. I don't see one house, and then it collapsed. He's always wrong at everything. So isn't the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, the Federal Reserve have made up a bunch of losers, okay? These people have never been right about anything. The Federal Reserve is never right about anything. Why? Because you have 11 different bankers in 11 districts. And bankers, the guy at the very, very top is stupid in each bank. Look at any bank president, he's up there because he's stupid, because he's 6 foot tall, looks good in a suit, he's got gray hair, and he plays the part. He's like the actor. That's who they put in there as presidents. And they make the dumbest decisions. Go look at any president of any bank. I don't care if it's Jamie Dimon, any of them. These people, they do nothing for you. But you can take advantage of it. All you got to do is make sure you're in the right stocks. And that's where we come in. And so try it for 10 days. At the end of 10 days, if you think we're full of crap, then that's the end of it. There's no contract, nothing. Just remember, I'm going to help you. I just want you to help St. Jude. That's the only deal we got. That's the only deal. If you don't want it, you don't have to. We'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.